Hello, you've built your funnel. Now let's make sure it actually works before sending it out into the wild. In today's She Thrives online tutorial, I'll walk you through how to run a live test of your sales funnel using Systeme. But before we do that, we need to carry out some checks. If you've created a course, we will link the course to your order form. In addition, we're going to set up automation rules. And finally, we're going to check that the pricing is showing correctly. And we also need to add in a coupon code field to ensure that you get your 100% off when running your live test. So think of it like a dress rehearsal for your digital business, and I'll be your backstage tech buddy, guiding every click. Hello again. This is the exciting part now. We're actually going to run a live test within this video, but we need to make a few checks before carrying out the live test. We're going to just come down here, check that we've got the product that we're selling, we have the price plan that we've chosen, and we have our coupon code that we're going to use for the test. And let's come back up here. Let's now edit page. We need to check two things here. We need to check that the price has come through, and we can see here that it has come through. But before we run our test, we need to apply the coupon code information. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to run the test for free. You've got all your payment information here, and then we have a coupon. And what I'm going to do is drag that, and it's going to put it under the postcode. So you can see that blue line there. That means it's going to go straight under the postcode, which it has. And that's all we need to do. We know that the pricing is set up. Let's come back up here. We're going to save the page. Now there's one more element that I just want to go through. So we've just come back in here. Just want to go over resources. This is something we haven't covered at this point. You may have created a course at an earlier point, and if you have, you need to link that to this sales order form plus tags. And I'll take you through what you can actually do. So we have a plus over here and select a resource. So let's say you have a course, you can select the course and the access type, and let's just save that for a second. And if you want to go back in and select another resource, so you may have created a tag. I would hope you would have created a tag. Let's just call it that, and then you would save that. Let's go back into resources. So you could add them to a community, calendar events, course bundles. But for this particular video, we're just adding a course. If that's relevant to you, it might not be. And also your tag that you selected earlier. There's one more area that I would like to go through, which is the automation rules. You need to be on this order page, not the thank you page. And if you come into automation rules, you can add a rule. The triggers will come up. So if it's a new sale cancelled, so it knows what sort of page it is. So in this particular case, if it's a new sale and it brings up all the information for you, we might want to action that. So if it is a new sale, you could subscribe them to a campaign that you'd already created. You can add a tag to actually show that they bought that particular product, to be able to segment them for later on when you're sending out emails. You could even remove a tag. You can send an email. What's quite nice to do, if you haven't created a campaign, it might be a good idea to create one email to welcome the customer, and this is where you would do it. So you would go onto that plus sign, and you can put in your subject and a preview, create your text, save it. You would save it down here. That's quite a nice thing to do. So in this particular case, I'm just going to add that tag. So let's just go back to configuration. We're ready to run the test. And in order to run the test, what we need to do is take this URL path. So we're going to copy the URL and create a new tab and paste into there. And this will be your live page. You can see also there's a countdown here that you can use if you want to, that I've added in. And this is where you'll apply all your information. You can see from the information that tags have been added, and I've received the email for access to the course. I can see that I haven't been charged for that transaction, and you've been able to test it. And what you'll do now is you'll be checking if you've sent them an email, that an email's come through to the email address that you've used for the test. And also, if you've given them course access, an automatic email will come from Systeme.io. You can check for that as well. You need to check the tags have worked correctly, and that's about it. So depending on what resources were offered, you just check everything's gone through properly. If you're happy with that, then you can make this live. And before you make it live, if you're not happy about leaving that coupon on, you could actually just come in and remove the coupon. And that's it. Your funnel is tested and ready for its grand debut. If this helped you and you feel a little bit more tech savvy and a lot more confident, tap that like button and hit the subscribe. Want more support? Come and say hi in the comments and let me know if you've got any questions or if you'd like any other videos produced. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.